On this episode of Our Little Warehome, we're building out our homeschool room
and Dad's office.
We're Alan, Anna, Jimmy, and Sarah, just an ordinary American family building an extraordinary home. From designing a multi-purpose office space to creating an amazing outdoor patio, you'll see how, with a little bit of teamwork and a lot of elbow grease and even more imagination, turned our DIY fantasy into a DIY reality. Come join us as we embark on this new and exciting challenge, turning an old, abandoned warehouse into our little Warehome.
Our whole family works from home. Alan has his own office, and the kids and I share space. Currently, my office doubles as a homeschool room, an office space, and my sewing room. Let's count by threes again. You ready? 3, 6, 9.
About 4 years ago, Anna and I decided we wanted to homeschool Jimmy and Sarah. Not because we thought we could give them a better education, but we thought we could give them a different education. Because of our business, we could travel and bring the kids with us and learn through experiences and see the places instead of just reading about them.
This is our homeschool room, and as you can see, it's a mess because we use it for so many other things. We spend so much time in this room, each of us doing different things, and we need more space and storage.
The easiest way to fix our cluttered office spaces is with more space, and the warehouse we've been renovating in downtown Panama City has plenty of room.
This is our homeschool loft area. It's about 18 by 14.
I've been homeschooling for 4 years now, and I'm looking forward to planning my own homeschool room. We'll have my desk here with a computer desk for the kids. Both kids will have their own separate areas so I can work with them individually. We'll have a bookshelf along the wall to store our extra books, goodies, and stuff for when we travel.
The homeschool loft area is a super cool space, and it connects to my loft office space with a catwalk, which is one of my favorite spaces of the house. It's about 180 square feet. I plan on putting a desk here and maybe a bookshelf, and over here I'm going to put sort of like a living room area. So when I want to hang out or have friends over, eat lunch, I may even put a spare desk over here in case anyone wants to come over and hang out and work. We also designed the whole space around these beautiful windows. I need to have a view when I work. I don't like feeling like I'm in a cave. The whole family is home all day long, which is really great. And I have this really awesome loft open space, but the problem is going to be the noise because the kids homeschool about 12 feet away from me.
Hey, Dad!
Now, loft spaces are really cool, but the problem is they're open. And we all know how sound travels in an open floor plan. So we have to do something that cuts down the sound, both from the inside of the house and even outside of the house, because we are living downtown. So there'll be sirens and people and noise and music. We want a quiet space because we all have work to get done during the day. We are installing a sound dampening product called MuteX to keep sound out of our house and keep echoes down inside the house. One side of MuteX is an interlocking carbon weave fabric, and the other side is a smooth polymute resin. The fabric side of the product absorbs the sound, and the resin side reduces vibration and unwanted noise. Here's how the sound would travel through our home without MuteX, and here's how the sound travels with MuteX. There are some simple things you can do right now to cut down the noise in your own home, such as adding a rug to a hardwood floor, installing thick curtains on a window, adding a tapestry to a wall, or even wrapping MuteX around your washer and dryer. By now you've heard sitting all day at a desk is not healthy, and I want my family to be happy and healthy. So every day we're going to take family walks downtown, which is nice because downtown's pretty cool.
Today we're going to attempt to build a bookshelf for my homeschool room.
Oh, we've been painting for years. I'm dying of old age. It's only been 10 minutes, Jimmy.
We've been planning and building our house for over a year now, and it's finally time to move into our co-working spaces.
I just hope everything fits.
Did you measure?
Jimmy did.
Oh, great.
What does this thing do?
I had packed up the majority of my homeschool room months ago, and I had forgotten about the amount of books that I have. Turns out I have way too many books, even for the large size bookshelf that we built, so I'm going to have to downsize some.
We have way too many books. This one's about kites. This one's about the sea. This one's about babysitters.
Welcome to the homeschool room. It has been a long day unpacking, organizing, but it's finally done and we have our own space. We ended up having enough room for each kid to have their own designated space so that they can't pick and pester each other. They have their own computer set up, and I have my own little corner where I can get my work done while observing them doing their work. We ended up building a beautiful bookshelf where I can store all of our supplies and everything necessary that we need.
All of our desks are stand-up desks. You can pull the level and then you can just raise it up.
At my old house, I had to share a desk in the homeschool room with my family. In the new house, I get my own desk, and that makes me really happy.
One of the really cool things we did was to build this desktop out of repurposed wood. If you're interested in how we did it, check out the video on the DIY's How-To Library. This is a huge change from our old house, where my office was totally separate from Alan's, and now we're right across the catwalk, so if I need backup during homeschooling, he's right there.
Welcome to my loft office space. I really love how this space turned out. It's sort of a mishmash, a goulash of different styles and furniture. Now, if you remember, at the start of the episode, we talked about having a living room area over here. And we actually ended up flip-flopping the whole area around because I found a Golden Tee arcade game, and I had to have it in my office. So we ended up putting the Golden Tee over there, and I have my living room area here. So if I ever have friends that want to come over and eat lunch, we've got a space to hang out. The whole area is a mishmash of different styles and things. We have a live edge cypress table, mid-century modern chairs, posters for my business, and I think it kind of all works together. One of my favorite touches from the upstairs of the house is this hardwood floor. It's actually salvaged reclaimed wood out of the backs of train cars and semis. It's very hard, it's very durable. It doesn't look perfect, much like the rest of the house, and that's why I love it. In the ceiling, you'll notice we did not do drywall. We did this Airbnb. It kind of looks like T111 siding. It's actually wood. It's a plywood. It gives us some structural integrity. It also hides a lot of imperfections that our ceiling would show if we used drywall. Overall, I am really happy with the way this space turned out. I feel productive up here, I feel cozy up here, and I feel really creative up here. And those are the things that matter the most to me in an office space.
We learned a lot building out these spaces.
When you design a space, you need to think about how you actually use them. In our previous home, we just took over 2 separate rooms, threw our stuff in it and started to use it. But in this case, we actually got to design our space.
We all have our own individual space now and our own desks.
We also thought about how sound travels around the house, and we took that into consideration.
Overall, we're really happy with our own spaces and we're looking forward to using them.